She's just weak. They're all weak. Women are just like that. No, women aren't like that, Arthur argued. And you and I both know it. Just because you've been burned a few times doesn't mean you can blame all women. Maybe, Bingo acknowledged, but something's wrong with this one. Arthur asked him, What made you get up and walk over there anyway? I don't know. I thought I heard something. Then when I got closer, I felt these cold waves. I don't know what it was, but by the time I got down to her door, she was just huddled over and shivering. Yeah, she's way too cold. I know she's tiny and there's no body fat on her either, but I guess we haven't given her enough food, have we? She's still alive, isn't she? Arthur snapped. But we also need her to be cognizant and capable of responding to any kind of request. No matter what you feel or how you flip this, we need that woman to keep Langdon in line. I don't know about all that. Just hold her head up in a basket and tell Langdon that he'll be next if he doesn't do what we want, Bingo stated in a harsh voice. I didn't come here to babysit. Then go off and do your thing for a while, Arthur suggested. Get out of here. Go on, it would be good for you to take some time off, but maybe bring back some food or something. Yeah? Yeah, I mean it. Just go. Bring back some beer, some subs maybe. I don't know, maybe some fried chicken. Something hot, too. Seeing as she's freezing in there. Yeah, and that's just wrong. It's like she's really ill. Maybe. But now is not the time to debate the issue. Go to the store and pick up something to help, like a sleeping bag or something. What do you think I'm made of money? Molly heard a rustle, as if Arthur were pulling money from his pocket, and then the sound of coins and something hitting the table. Take that and go, Arthur ordered. And maybe stop at the pub and have a beer or two. You're starting to grate on my nerves. There was a scraping sound, and boots hit the floor with a rush. Now that is a hell of a good idea. And while I'm gone, you can deal with that goddamn video and tell your buddy what will happen. Set up a phone call and get this shit sorted out. I'm not coming back to babysitter for another week while your buddy figures out what to do. I hear you, Bingo, I hear you, Arthur replied. She heard hard footsteps as Bingo headed toward the door. When it slammed shut, she heard Arthur's snapping steps in the empty room. She smiled because any division between the two of them was good for her. She stayed curled up, afraid that Arthur would come toward her. But instead it sounded like he was trying to dial somebody on the phone. He had it on speakerphone, and she heard it buzzing as if it were busy. When it didn't go through again, he swore and tossed the phone on the table, then wandered around for a bit. Finally he sat down and turned the phone back on again. This time he snapped. Where the hell is he? He tossed the phone again. A moment later, Arthur muttered something about time and something else indistinct. Molly wished she could get back out there with her energy and try to look for more clues as to what was going on. Surely only Bingo had noticed her energy or that cold wave, though it shouldn't be cold. Except that she was so damn cold it would cost too much of her own heat energy to keep her going if she tried to heat that too. It made no sense. She sat here, wondering at the sanity of making another attempt at streaming her energy. What if she opened up her transmitter again and sent out signals, hoping desperately that somebody could hear her in here? It had been a faint hope that she could get up to that exit door and send a message. At that, she sat up straighter, wondering if she could sneak even a tiny thread out to that exit door to get underneath and outside to send messages. Would anybody hear? Would Langdon get it? She quickly decided it was worth the risk, even if she fell into a coma. Either she would die, or it would be her captor's problem to look after her or not. Separating off one very fine thread of energy, she snaked it out of her room into the other one. She noted that Arthur was off to the right, on what appeared to be a couch. He was focused on his laptop, so she snuck under the door, heading as fast as she could to the exit sign. As soon as she got to the exit sign, huge rubber weather stripping reinforced the threshold, but the corner gave her just a tiny fraction of a space, and she slipped out. When she hit the fresh air, she started screaming as loud as she could to the ethers. She was desperately sending out as loud and as strong of a message as she could, hoping that somebody would hear. Just when she thought her energy wouldn't hold, and she felt all her resources fading, she heard a tiny whisper of a voice in the back of her head. Gotcha.